Oh, so we heard from Mary, who is the sister of the man who was shot, from Ashley Matthews just a short time ago. But also there were other witnesses of the shooting in El Cajon. NBC7's Dave Summers, you got a chance to speak to one of them. And apparently there is some video also floating around of this incident, correct?
That's right, Mark. The focus of the investigation right now is on this piece of videotape that was shot on a cellular phone by the drive-through worker here at Pancho's Mexican restaurant. She was in the drive-through at the time of the shooting. The shooting takes place right in front of her on the other side of the building, and she videotaped the whole thing. She voluntarily surrendered her cellular phone to police, we're being told. El Cajon lieutenant tells me that they're looking at the videotape now. Also telling us that videotape at some point in this investigation will be released. We spoke with another worker here at the restaurant, the manager, who tells us that on the videotape you see the suspect refusing to remove his hands from his side, disobeying the police as she described it, and as a result, and in the process, he kept them right at his hip. Police asking him to show him their hands. On the videotape indicated that he did not, and he was shot directly afterward, according to an eyewitness. We're getting a different account from eyewitness Michael Ray Rodriguez. Michael Ray Rodriguez was with his wife just leaving a business that he was selling sweeper systems at. In his car, and the whole thing unfolded in front of him, he tells us that there were two police officers holding the suspect at gunpoint. A third showed up. That the suspect was actually terrified with his hands in the air. This is what somebody had to say.
He didn't have a shirt on. So as I see him like this, another cop comes. Now he's blocked in 3 ways. He has nowhere to run. He's scared. He runs to the right. As he runs to the right, 5 shots. Boom, 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 boom. Body down.
All right, so this is a different description than what we're getting from those who saw the cellular phone video. But Michael Rodriguez tells me that he thinks he came in kind of the middle of this, not at the beginning, and just saw the middle and then saw the end. So there's the videotape. There's Michael Ray Rodriguez as an eyewitness. And one other eyewitness, the suspect's sister, we know her as Sarah. She indicated that her brother was not showing his hands, that she was encouraging him to do what police tell him to do, and it was because that he didn't that he was shot. So all of these eyewitness accounts, a videotape, there's a lot to get through, but certainly there's a very good opportunity for investigators to get a clear picture of what happened. Reporting live in El Cajon, I'm Dave Summers, NBC7.
Now, we know that that man was taken to the hospital. We don't know yet what his status is, if he was in fact shot dead or if he is severely injured. We are trying to figure out exactly what his status is. Several people captured moments following the incident on their cell phones.
NBC7's Mari Payton joins us now with, I know you've been gathering, basically trying to find out all this information that's out there right now on Facebook and other outlets.
That's right, Catherine and Monica. And some people actually used Facebook Live to show the scene, and then they shared what they saw. Take a look. Now, this is the victim's sister. That is the same woman that NBC7 reporter Ashley Matthews just interviewed. This video was posted by a woman named Rumbi Mabaya, who Ashley also spoke to. She says she is a family friend. Now, this video shows the victim's sister crying in the parking lot. She is also seen talking to police. And in the video, you can hear her asking the officers, quote, "Why couldn't you guys tase him? Why? I told you he is sick." We also have another piece of video to show you. A man named Alonzo Bryant posted another video. He said he showed up, here it is, right after the ambulance left with the victim's body. Police say that the victim was taken to Sharp Memorial Hospital. Again, Monica, you mentioned this, his condition is unknown. Bryant's video shows several people visibly upset at the scene. In his video, Bryant urges people in El Cajon to come out to the scene saying, quote, "We need the support, come out here and support. Again, this is a developing story. We have seen witnesses, family members and friends in other officer-involved shootings across the country use social media to share video. As the situation is developing, some, including law enforcement, warn that these types of video may not contain all of the facts and hope that you will keep that in mind. Monica, Catherine, back to you.
NBC7 News at 6 begins with breaking news.
And that breaking news is in the East County, an officer-involved shooting.
El Cajon police say they shot a man who they say was acting erratically. Family members we spoke to on the scene say that the African-American man that was shot is mentally challenged, and they say he was not armed.
NBC7's Ashley Matthews has been there since this happened, and she joins us now with the situation that's unfolding right there behind you, Ashley.
Yeah, things are escalating pretty quickly out here in El Cajon. I want you to take a look behind me. There's about 100 people behind me, and some of them are pressed up against this crime scene tape here, yelling at police officers. There's about 5 police officers on the other side of this police tape who are just making sure this crowd does not get out of control. This is also part of the investigation, even beyond that patrol car there. That's where this shooting happened. Police were called to this fast food restaurant on Broadway in El Cajon around 2:30 this afternoon. The man's sister told us she called police because her mentally challenged brother was walking in and out of traffic and then had a seizure. Police confirmed that the man did not follow commands, but will not say if the man was armed at the time of the shooting. The man who was shot, his sister told us when police arrived, he didn't understand police commands and wouldn't put his hands up. He was then shot. Now people are gathering, some in prayer, hoping to spread a message of peace instead of violence.
And we come together with broken hearts. We come together with mourning spirits to let the city know we are unified. Whether black, white, Asian, Indian, it doesn't matter right now, but we're standing together for a black man that has been shot by another man.
Many are documenting this whole thing. You can see a lot of people have their cell phones up, Facebook living this whole thing right now. And of course, a lot of people have been doing this throughout the day. This is going to continue throughout the night. We're of course going to bring you updates. We heard that the man who was shot was 30 years old. We'll have a full report coming up on NBC7 at 11. For now, reporting live in El Cajon, Ashley Matthews, NBC7.
Meantime, let's check in now with NBC7's Dave Summers, who is also out there covering this breaking news situation for us. Dave, what can you tell us?
A very investigation going on at this very moment inside Pancho's Mexican Grill. One of the employees there who was working the drive-thru by the name of Christina was able to get her cell phone operating and videotape the shooting. We spoke with the manager inside. The manager, who also saw the videotape, tells us that not only there was video, but there was also sound. This is what she describes that she saw on that videotape, the recording of the shooting. She says that she heard police officers trying to tell this suspect to remove his hands from his hip. Not described only as his hands at his hip, not inside his pants or in pockets or hidden, but just at his hip. Police were telling him, according to this videotape, to remove them. He did not. And then shots were fired. We're also told from this videotape that the suspect's sister was at the scene and urging him to cooperate with police. Now, 2 things that are very important. There are eyewitnesses to this shooting, and there is a cellular phone videotape that police are going over right now with the woman who actually shot it. So there is certainly a recording of this, there are eyewitness accounts of this, and all of that is going to help get to the bottom of this investigation. Reporting live in El Cajon, I'm Dave Summers.
To take his hand out of the officer was telling him to take his hand out of his pocket. I said, take your hand out your pocket, baby, or they gonna shoot you. said, no, no, no. And then he got right there, and when he lifted his hand out, he did have something in his hand, but it wasn't no gun. And that's when they shot him.
Okay, and you're filling out a statement.
Yeah.
And what was your name again, ma'am?
Oh my God.
And she said she called. She told him that he's sick. She's been telling him he's sick, and nobody came to help, and now he's shot.
Now you come and kill